Hi, folks. Tim Conti here with Cloud Trusted Advisor. I hope you're having a great day today. The purpose of today's video is a review of Aryaka. Aryaka is a provider that operates in the SD-WAN space. We, as Cloud Trusted Advisor, provide consulting services around SD-WAN and other disruptive technologies. I've been in technology for 26 years. Um, a large portion of that was with CDW Corporation, or a portion of that was with CDW Corporation, where I was part of a SWAT team, where our group did hundreds of migrations from MPLS networks and other networks over to an SD-WAN solution. And at the time, many years ago, Aryaka was one of our primary suppliers in the space. I've currently got customers on Aryaka today that are definitely happy with Aryaka. But I think the biggest thing that's changed over the years is the market's caught up. When we deployed our first Aryaka solution for our global financial services company 8 or 10 years ago, I forgot what it is, there was only a couple of options out there. At the time, this client was on a Verizon MPLS network, paying $1 million annually for that. And we brought in Aryaka, and they basically cut that bill in half, which at the time was a big win for the company. On that particular deployment with Aryaka, we've actually extended the Aryaka network into the customer's Palo Alto environment for security, making it a very strong, secure solution. It's actually saved the client money. It saved them time by not having to manage all these MPLS connections, and it's just provided better performance overall for their end users. So I'm going to switch gears a little bit away from the Aryaka review and go more into Aryaka, the company. What you're seeing on my screen here, move this over here, is a snapshot of the SD-WAN providers that are in the space today. As you can see, it's pretty crowded. And this isn't even all of them. There's other smaller players or vendors that we don't cover just because they don't have enough momentum yet. But we're constantly looking at new providers coming into the SD-WAN landscape. And as I mentioned before, 8 or 10 years ago was Aryaka and just a couple of others, but you can see here the market's changed. What you're looking at is Pathfinder. It's a tool that we use as a trusted advisor that I've been using for the better part of 10 years that helps us evaluate the market and shorten your time to market by helping you research the providers faster than you can do it on your own. One thing we know about working with IT professionals, whether you're an IT manager, IT director, CTO, CIO, it's all the same. You just don't have enough time in the day. You're keeping your network secure. You're keeping the lights on. You might be short-staffed. There's probably a lot of things going on in your environment that doesn't allow you to effectively research the market and the providers in it. And that's where we come in. That's what we've been doing for the better part of 15 or 20 years for clients. So enough of that. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to reset the criteria here. I'm going to deselect the providers. I'm going to just choose Aryaka, and I'm going to generate the matrix. So what we have for you here is just a snapshot about Aryaka in general from a terms of evaluation criteria you're going to see on the left. And then this will make more sense as I run you through it. But again, the goal here is to save you research time. You're obviously considering Aryaka if you're looking at a video for Aryaka review. And what I'm going to do for you here is just provide you a ton of research so you can just save some time. So the primary line of business is WAN as a service and SASE, security at the edge, which is another common term for SD-WAN as well. As far as the technologies and the SASE products offered, you got Aryaka SD-WAN paired with Checkpoint for security is one option for you. When you go down here, you can see this secure web gateway is proprietary. It can be proprietary or Checkpoint. For Zero Trust, that's proprietary. For next generation firewall services that work with Aryaka, it's Checkpoint and Palo Alto. Give their quick elevator pitch, so save you from having to hear the pitch from a sales rep that is only going to tell you how great Aryaka is. They are a good solution, but again, there's other options and other variables that you need to look at. Global coverage is huge. We have not really done too many SD-WAN deployments that didn't include locations outside of North America. Now, if you're just in North America, that's okay too, as long as you have kind of 5+ locations is where SD-WAN can start to make sense. Doesn't matter if you're global or not, but most of our clients are. And our largest reference for Aryaka is truly a global. I believe they're in 14 countries today, including the US and Canada. What their differentiation is, that's a big one, because these all providers are all going to look and start to look and sound the same, but there's always a subtle difference between each one that makes them different. And the key is that difference important to you? And I'll show you how we kind of take your environment and actually make this research customized to you. And I'll do that next. What's their sweet spot? Up to 1,000 sites. What's a bad fit? As I mentioned before, anything below 5 sites. Government customers on 100% MPLS with no desire to switch to broadband or fiber. That's not a good fit. Technology management, they do offer fully managed and co-managed. My particular client likes the co-managed model. And circuits aggregated, that's a big one. You might have circuits from BCN or Lumen or Comcast, you name it. You're going to have all these different circuits that you might have that you're managing today. Aryaka will aggregate them for you and put it on one bill and manage it, which is a really nice time-saving solution. So they do existing circuit management. They bill monthly. And then proof of concept, we help clients with POCs every day in the SD-WAN space. With Aryaka, it is a paid trial. So you just deploy this technology to a couple of locations. We did the POC for my large financial services firm. It let us also work out some kinks and kind of prepared us for the larger global deployment of Aryaka. So I do recommend a POC. We actually have some tips and tricks to help you get the most out of the POC and keep the costs low. Some providers give away the POC for free, but it's very limited. I'd prefer to see a paid engagement that's your live environment moving and not, a test site or something like that. I'd rather see you see the performance firsthand and compare that what you're currently doing today. And they have about 700 customers on their SD-WAN solution today. So I am going to go back now and show you one other tip and trick that we have for you, and then we'll let you go. I'm going to deselect these providers. I'm going to select them all again. We have this opportunity criteria on the left-hand side. So although you search for Aryaka Review, you might be looking at Cato or Verizon or any of the providers on this list. And that's where really we can help you compare Aryaka to other market leaders, market providers, niche players. Let me show you how we do that. So first and foremost, on the network services, let's say you want your circuits aggregated like we talked about before. Let's say you want your existing circuits managed. And let's say that, let's just choose those two. Those are two big ones. From an SD-WAN product perspective, we're going to ignore that piece for now. For security services, let's say you're looking for a next generation firewall and a zero trust network. We'll choose those two. And then managed services, you can go self-service, fully managed or co-managed. A lot of my clients like co-managed. So we'll choose that. And let's say that you do have global coverage. If you notice when I was going through, and this would again would be us sitting down with you and inputting your requirements, right? So this research customized to you. So I've just kind of made up a scenario, but this would be us jumping on a call with you. And then we generate this matrix and essentially, wow, look what we've done. Based on your requirements here, this is the vendor's ability to fulfill. AirSpring did very well, Halo, Aryaka, CBTS. And then from here, just on our knowledge of the market, we can eliminate some of these folks, and nothing against these providers here. I'm just kind of randomly deselecting, but there might be scenarios where I'm actually going to deselect based on a bad customer experience. So that's obviously a option two, Windstream being one, right? I would not recommend Windstream. So I would remove them from here. And then, so you see their ability to fulfill, and we can PDF this and send this chart to you while we're on the phone. Huge time savings. You don't have to go and do this. And look, here's their differentiation. What's their sweet spot? What's a bad fit? What's their architecture, technology management? Schedule one call with us, no charge. We want to make sure you have all the facts required to make an informed decision. Now, of course, we're consultants, so we would love to help you with your SD-WAN project, but we'll prove our worth here in the beginning with showing you just one part of our process, which is expert research at your fingertips to save you a ton of time. So again, in summary, because you watched the video on Aryaka, we would give them a favorable rating. They've done a great job. My client's been with them for 10 years. And we've had some support hiccups here and there, but nothing that wasn't ultimately resolved. So we're really happy about that. But I think the biggest takeaway is the market's changed. It's caught up. So there's other providers in the space doing a really good job, and they're definitely worthy of your consideration. So any questions, you can drop a comment in the YouTube video if you'd like someone from my team to reach out to you. I'll also drop a link into our more static research that we have here, not the customized research, because we would need to do a call with you, but I'll include both of those. So hope you enjoyed today's video. Hope it was useful for you. Good luck on your SD-WAN journey, and let us know how we can help. Have a great day.